I want to say good morning to each and every last one of y'all. I hope y'all having a blessed morning. I come to you this morning with the Young Thug trial. Shout out to Law and Crime. This from yesterday. It's the trial is the Rico trial. Hello, Miss Lori. How you doing this morning, Miss Lori? Happy Wednesday to you. You're watching the Young Thug trial. I'm glad you did. I appreciate you, Miss Lori. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But we are watching the Young Thug Rico trial. Shout out to Long Crime. It's a wonderful, cool start. Grandbaby is here with me already. That's good. It's good to spend time with your grandbabies. I understand. I understand. Tell your grandbabies I said hello.
This will be a gold mine of local intel.
Tell us about this corn festival.
Oh, he got your corn pudding.
Sure is a blessing. This one will be 1 year old. 8 days. All right, Miss Laura. I got a great nephew that gonna be 19 tomorrow. Then he graduate in May from high school, from Xenia High. Really graduating this late because his mother set him back when he was in the second grade, set him back because she felt that he wasn't ready to go to the next grade. I didn't feel like cooking no breakfast this morning. I'm eating a bowl of cereal. Also, congratulations to you. and nephew. Thank you, Miss Laura. I'm gonna push this up a little bit more. Good morning, Mr. Mika. How you doing? I hope you're having a blessed morning. Y'all watching Young Thug trial, Rico trials, and Young Thug and the rest of his people that was with him. I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank y'all so much. I'm fast forward so we can get started.
Okay, thank you. I apologize.
As y'all see, Young Thug is right there in the purple.
I was going to talk to you.
Then you got in the back of him more of his boys on trial. So as we see, we got 1, 2, 3. Four. I would say 4 so far. 5. It's a lot of them. You just ain't seeing them all. Lori said, these young people need real help. It's sad they chosen. Let me read this. It said these young people need real help. It's sad the choices they make. Amen. Amen, Miss Lori. Amen. They just throwing their life away at a young age. All these young males up in there, in there. The oldest one at the bunch is 40 something. Hey Joshua, how you doing, my little brother? How you doing? I hope you're having a blessed morning. You are watching the Young Thug trial. Rico trial, rather. Young Thug Rico trial. It's about 10 lawyers there with their clients. Please don't forget to thumb up. I really appreciate it. It pushed the algorithm out there for educational purpose. Shout out to Law and Crime, because they covering this story. And yeah, they waiting on jury to come in. And the witness right there, he one of the RICO person that's testifying, which he ain't testifying because he don't know nothing. So he say he 44 years old. I think he the oldest one that's in the bunch. And he married with kids. Now he should know better. But I guess it's the alcohol or what they use in their body to make their minds not work right. All right, jury coming in.
All right, Deputy Hamilton, jury present, sir. All right. Mr. Bean, good morning. Still
His name Mr. Bean.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, jury, good morning. All right, we're going to continue where we left off yesterday. All right, Mr. Steele.
That's one of the lawyers. Boy, young thug right there.
Yesterday,
Jeffrey Williams.
We were talking about when I first met you and Investigator Martin in front of your home on January 22nd, 2023. That's what I'd like to resume again, okay? And we were in Mr. Martin or Investigator Martin's vehicle, and I wanted to play for you 2 jail recordings, and I started and I played for you what's now marked, and you heard it, Mr. Williams exhibit number 205, that jail call between you and your wife. Do you remember that? Oh, God. And that jail call that's been played for this jury was made the morning after you were hit by the police car, taken to Grady Hospital, transported to the Fulton County Jail on September 11, 2013. Do you remember that? I don't remember. All right. And during that jail call, that I played for you, I asked you in the car in front of your home with Investigator Martin what you were talking about at different parts of that approximately 12-minute jail call. Do you remember that? I don't remember those. Do you remember when I got to the part that states something to... Okay. Okay, I see. Your Honor,
Just rephrase.
okay. Do you remember on the recording, you stated they gave us a story to tell? Do you remember that?
Which recording you talking about?
Mr. Williams, number 205. Thanks.
And I know you're going to get this.
I don't know.
Answer.
Well,
I really answer that, but I don't recall.
I heard you say you
I
don't.
don't recall something.
And do you remember telling
He was the driver. The
Investigator
one that's
Martin
testifying
and
now, he was the driver.
that you were directing it to knowing that law enforcement officers wanted you to put Jeffrey Williams in this case?
I don't recall. I answered that already.
Now, Thug real name is Jeffrey
Do you remember
Williams.
then, while we were sitting in the designated areas that we were in Investigator Martin's vehicle,
Objection, Your Honor. I know.
I'll stay as a form, just rephrase as to where the designated areas.
okay, yes, sir. Do you remember as you were in the back seat, I was in the front passenger seat, Investigator Martin was in the front driver's seat. Do you remember I wanted to play for you a second jail call?
And Your Honor, I'm going to object that this is at the Kroger, it's not anywhere in this recording that we have, so I don't know what.
I'm overruling the objection. Finish your question.
Do you recall that in front of your home, in the car, Investigator Martin's vehicle, that I wanted to play for you a second jail recording but couldn't get it to play?
I don't remember the conversation.
Do you remember then the topic coming up, maybe we needed Wi-Fi for me to be able to play that recording, and then we were going to go to a nearby place in your area that would have Wi-Fi, and that's how we wound up at the Kroger. Do you remember that?
I don't remember the conversation.
Do you remember leaving Investigator Martin's car and we followed you to the Kroger?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember at the Kroger, I again, and I'm confident it was me, but I
At this
again
point,
couldn't
he finna purchase
download or
himself.
get that second jail call to play. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
And do you remember then at the Kroger that Investigator Martin and I, when it wouldn't play, I told you that I would try to get it to you if I could get it to play. Do you remember that? It being the second jail call. And you were interested in hearing it. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Do you remember then being asked permission to record a summary of what went on and what you said?
Summary, there's nothing that suggests this is a summary.
I stand against.
Do you remember being asked whether a recording could be made at the Kroger about this topic?
I don't remember the conversation.
And that was introduced, and you heard Mr. Williams number 197. It's now exhibit 197 at the Kroger. You remember hearing that conversation with your voice, Mr. Martin's voice, my voice?
Yeah, I heard you play something. I heard y'all play a lot of stuff.
All right. Now, that's in evidence. So I want to go back, and I'm going to need, with the court's permission, the state's permission, the Honorable Prosecutor Hilton, if you could help me, I think it's 176 of the state. I want to go, and we're going to discuss some of the statements that you made. But if you need to clarify anything and you need other statements or whatever, just let us know. Or other recordings on the jail call or whatever. Do you remember the 17th day of, I believe it's a Tuesday, the 17th day of September 2013, being in the Fulton County Jail? being housed in Fulton County Jail?
I don't remember.
This is in
Remember,
Georgia,
while in the Fulton County Jail,
in
you didn't want to
Fullerton.
be there. You wanted to, which makes sense. You wanted to have freedom and be home with your family and friends and work. Is that true?
I don't recall, sir.
Do you remember, you know who Detective Quinn is?
I don't remember, sir.
All right. Do you remember a gentleman who identified himself as Detective Quinn having you brought down from your area in population at the Fulton County Jail to the, what's called the Sally Port, but it doesn't matter. It's an area where vehicles are for police can get in and out of a secured area at the Fulton County Jail. Do you remember meeting Detective Quinn in that area?
I don't remember, sir.
Do you remember Detective Quinn explaining to you that you and he are going to ride in his tourist vehicle and him telling you where it is? Do you remember all that?
Your Honor,
You played it.
I'm going to object to the line of question asked and answered. This formed the basis for the playing of the entire.
I'll sustain the objection. When you met with Detective Quinn, he read you your Miranda rights, true?
Your Honor, again, I'm going to object, ask and answer. Plain statement.
Go ahead. Do you know what Miranda rights are? And if you don't, that's fine.
No, sir.
Okay. Do you remember being told that you?
See, he was purging himself already.
Rights?
They
Like
say you don't know
everybody,
what
you do not have
Miranda
to
rights mean.
remember that.
But he been read his Miranda rights so many times. This ain't the first time being in trouble.
Say again, I didn't ask that question. Do you recall?
Say it again.
That's fine. Do you remember waiving certain rights that you didn't have to speak with Detective Quinn? Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
But on the 17th day of September of 2013, you had an agenda. Is that fair to say?
Objection, Your Honor. Argument, that's not evidence. Improper.
You wanted to meet with Detective Quinn to tell him information that you wanted him to know about this incident with Mr. Dotson or Dirty Red and the police officer and driving the car slamming into the laundromat. You had an agenda. Is that true?
Objection, compound question.
I'm all over objection. Answer the question.
I don't remember a conversation I had with Detective Quinn.
And your agenda, if you had one, was your goal was to get out of jail and to get your blood cousin, I believe, Fred Prothro, out of trouble and out of jail. Is that true?
No, sir. Me and Predator are not kin, sir.
That's
I'm
fine.
not my cousin.
Okay, let me ask it differently. Your goal, and I'll ask you two questions, was to help yourself out, your liberty, to get out of custody by speaking with Detective Quinn. That's one of your goals, right? September 17, 2013. Is that true?
No, sir.
And your other goal was to assist Fred Prothro from being in trouble with criminality. Is that true?
I don't know.
Okay, so you went into this meeting with Detective Quinn, that's memorialized in State's Exhibit number 176, with a plan to mitigate, that's a bad word, to lessen,
Objection, that's not an evidence.
this is his state of mind all the time, to lessen any type of punishment.
Again,
or
who
charges
you
on
hearing
you
now
and
is
Mr. Prothro.
Jeffrey Williams' lawyer.
In fact, do you remember explaining to Detective Quinn at various parts of State's Exhibit Set 176, and we'll play them again, that you asked for, the word you used was slack, for you and Big Fred or Mr. Plurthroat. Do you remember that?
I don't remember, sir. I mean, you can play it.
Okay.
Kokomo, somebody. I'll play it.
Okay. Well, Mr. Kokomo, he will play it. All right. I would like to go through some of this then with you. If the state doesn't mind, yeah. And you may have to share with Kokomo at some point. Okay. All right. Mr. Bean, I'm going to ask you, with the Honorable President, District Attorney Hilton's assistance, you started out with being driven from the Fulton County Jail to the homicide office, not far away here in Atlanta. Do you remember that? And I'm talking, this is all about September 17, 2013. Well, he didn't answer the question. So, well, you can't anticipate, and he can, in my opinion. But I'll reserve that. I apologize.
I want to move on. Let's move on.
All right. Let's start at time 716. And I apologize, Your Honor. This is already in evidence. This is case number 176. 7-1. I messed up. The time is 7:16. Yes, sir. If you could listen to this.
There's a lot of charges on it for me. But so that's what I want you to know before we even get started. Like a nice lady,
You know, I'm straight up till I'm 35 years. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I ain't gonna go to school.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I don't believe in lying. You know what I mean? That's why I went ahead and gave my name.
They playing the audio.
I knew I had everyone.
But we're not going to talk.
Your Honor, it stopped at 7:34. Mr. Bean, do you hear your voice telling Detective Quinn, I don't believe in lying? Do you remember hearing that just now?
No, I don't know what I told.
You didn't hear that?
I don't know what I told.
All right. Then it's 14:17, if you don't mind.
Anything about some official investigations, the officer shooting his gun that I got called in as I wouldn't even been called.
Your Honor,
That's
That's why I was letting them know. I really don't know what.
Your Honor, it's now at 14. Well, wait a minute. Okay, it's going to be 14:17 approximately.
From the screen to highlight.
And the reason I say that he gonna be perjured because that ain't what he told the detective. Everything he told the detective, he ain't saying in court. It's like he done lost memories, like he don't know nothing.
The dude, this thing, he hop out the car and wow, 5 shots go to car and everywhere. So I don't, you know what I mean? Just everything just happened so quick at one time, the way it just threw me all the way out to. I don't know what's going on. I was thrown out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's why I was letting them know. I really don't know.
Now you listen to what he telling detectives.
one is what you said, and I'm gonna tell you what they said. I'm talking about. I mean, just for the record, how many motherfuckers in the car?
Got to excuse the language that this detective is the detective that's cussing.
31. And by the way, I stopped it, but you answered that question 4. You answered the number 4. You said. All right. So did you hear? That's why I'm letting them know that I don't really know what's going on. Everything happened so fast. You remember hearing that?
I heard it. I don't remember the conversation.
And the then is from 6 days before when you spoke with Walt.
See, lie on the stand.
True?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen a report of you speaking with law enforcement on day of this incident, September 11, 2013?
I don't remember.
Did you ever hear a recording of you speaking with law enforcement on September 11, 2013?
Say what now?
Did you ever hear a recording of you speaking with law enforcement on September 11, 2013?
So just when I got in this courtroom.
September 11th.
When I got in this courtroom.
Who showed that to you?
You said what?
I'm talking about when you spoke with the police.
You said it out here.
Yeah, when you spoke with the police on September 11, 2013, you said at the hospital. Did you ever hear? It's in the recording of Mr. Williams' number.
Almost the same objection. Gotta kind of orient to that.
Do you remember explaining in Mr. Williams' number 205, exhibit number 205?
Is that the recording of Mr. Steele talking?
Oh, it's 197. Sorry, Your Honor. Thank you. 197 at the Kroger. Do you remember explaining that at the hospital you spoke with law enforcement? I'm asking you, have you ever heard a recording of you and the detective or officers or whomever at that hospital? Your Honor.
Mr. Steele is testifying. Objection.
Your Honor, I am entitled to that recording, summary, report. I have nothing.
In terms of form, she's correct on those same objections. We are gonna have to break it down.
Have you ever heard a recording of your conversation with the authorities, whomever, at the hospital on September 11, 2013?
And Your Honor, that's what I'm going to object, because
Basis.
again,
What's the basis?
assumes facts that are not in evidence.
It's on, it's what
And,
Mr.
and Your Honor, I'm going to object because based on what Mr. Steele, the recording Mr. Steele provided you, that is not what is being said.
That is exactly what's
It's
said.
not.
I'm assuming objections.
Your Honor, Mr. Bean just said it, 1417. That's why I was letting them know I really don't know what's going on.
He did not.
The
That's
them,
what the question is.
it is the question. What I'm getting at is he spoke with the police before. I don't have anything from the district attorney's office or law enforcement.
What I tell you,
I have nothing.
what I tell you, okay.
I'm asking the witness if he has heard anything, seen anything. That's my question.
He's assuming facts that are not in evidence.
I'm not assuming any fact.
I'm
I'm asking.
I'll overrule that objection. You can ask him that. You can ask him that question.
Have you heard any recording from your meeting with the detectives, officers, whomever, from September 11, 2013?
I don't know.
Have you seen any report memorializing, that's a bad word, summarizing your conversation with law enforcement on September 11, 2013?
I don't remember.
All right. If you can help me. 1922.
He really don't even want to be there, but he was subpoenaed. He want to remove himself out the scene of the crime.
What touch in? All right, brother. Take your time, take your time. Oh, watch yourself. Let me know if I touch your injury. I know you got a few injuries. Okay, all right. I also want to, I got to make note of all your injuries. I want you to tell me. I have to take pictures of them too. Did they do that first day at Grady? They didn't take pictures of them? I got to get a picture. All right, I'll take some more pictures of them. Because I want to be able to show if you're saying what happened to you, I need.
It's 1957, Your Honor. Stop. Mr. Bean, do you hear then Detective Quinn asking when you were taken on the first day to Grady whether photographs were taken of your injuries? You said you don't know, you don't remember something.
I can't hear. I still don't remember the conversation.
All right. And Grady, do you know Grady is a hospital here in Atlanta?
At this point, they don't remember nothing.
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, Grady.
Might be scared for his life. Who knows?
I couldn't hear you.
Grady's around the corner.
Okay. And that's where you were taken from the scene on September 11, 2013. You were taken by law enforcement to Grady Hospital. Is that true?
I don't remember.
All right. Okay. 40, if you don't mind, 4327.
No, they have a. Start firing some shots or something. Shots just go out. You come back on that BK like, what the hell going on? Like, what the fuck you shooting for? What you shooting at? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling all the way live. I'm listening. You know, what the fuck you shooting at? Why'd you shoot?
There's Mr. Beam that's talking, that's on the stand now, on the recording.
Tars pull up. And when I pull out, what tars? It's like a black tar. Was it like that shit when you drove up in hand? It's one of them tires. All right. When I pick you up, then I go around, car, whatever, no around. Wait a minute, you went around the car? Because I see this damage on the police car. They saying they got hit by your car. You remember that? No, I went around the car. As I go around. What was the Taurus doing? As I go around.
Your Honor, it's 40.
So he was driving a Taurus.
Mr. Bean, earlier the jurors just heard you telling Detective Quinn that you don't believe in lying. And just then you're telling Detective Quinn you went around the police or the car. Do you remember that?
I heard something you just played. I still don't remember the conversation.
That is a lie, right?
Your Honor, I'm going to object this to the form of the question, argument badgering.
Is that a truthful statement that you did not ram that police car?
I don't remember.
Now, you ramming a police car is not beneficial to you, is it? It's not good for your liberty, is it?
I don't remember.
And your mission was to get out of custody. That's the objection. All right. 40, if you have that rendition. 4402.
Go straight to park. Tell her. In the parking, you bagged in. So this is the front of the car. You bagged in? I'm bagged in. So I was coming like this right here. Stop. About right in there, about 2 car lengths up. Okay, cool. I pulls out. As I pulls out, cops are already right there with the gun. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I go around like this right here. So I go around like this right here. As I go around like this here, the cop car hit me. Bump the tail of the car like that right there. I goes out. They shoot.
Your Honor, it's 4417 stop. You hear there where you tell Detective Quinn, after claiming you don't believe in lying, that the police car, it says cop car, hit you in your car. Do you realize that? That's not a truthful statement, is it?
I heard something playing, but I still don't remember.
All right.
He got amnesia since he been in the courtroom. He got amnesia. Miss Patty said, when they lie, they cannot remember the lie. It is hard to remember.
It was there to a lot of the detectives when they first came to talk to me. And I told what you talking? That's probably the lies you talking.
What was said? Hey, right, Miss Lori, right. Right.
Fred was the passenger. He came behind me, and Young Thug was behind Big Fred. Young Thug is wait a minute. So
Miss Lori, he don't remember that's his voice that he talking. He claimed he don't remember nothing, but that's his voice that's talking to the detective. Well, everybody know how their voice sounds.
354 pounds. He was sitting in the back seat. In the front with me. Okay, so man,
it stopped, Your Honor, at 4511. Sir, did you hear your voice on this recording that states exhibit number 176 explaining to Detective Quinn, yes, sir, I lied to the detectives when they first came and talked to me. I told them that's probably the lies you're talking about. Did you hear that?
That's some big ass ears. I can hear. Still don't remember the conversation though.
And you're referring
He
to
don't remember the conversation.
detectives that you spoke with on September 11, 2013, right?
I don't recall.
Have you any document, recording, anything to show what was said between you and the detectives on September 11, 2013? Have you ever seen anything like that?
I don't recall.
And you told the detectives more than just Big Fred was the driver. Well,
This is for educational purpose.
Also known as Big Fred was the driver, right? In your conversation with the detectives on September 11, 2013.
I just heard you play something, but I don't recall.
You're not telling the court, the jury, or anybody observing that the detectives came in and said, just who's the driver, and then walked away. Are you?
I don't remember.
The conversation was more robust. The police want to know who was in the car, right?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the police asking you, or did they ask you, how many people were in that car at the time?
I don't recall.
You don't recall nothing.
Do you remember? I know it's
Like you
one
said,
time
Miss
ago.
Lloyd, before
Do you
all
remember
lies and
The
told.
name of
You're
the
catching up
detective
with 'em.
or the other officers who interviewed you at the hospital on?
Objection, Your Honor, that's not.
It's on. It's on. Do you remember the name of the detective or detectives or officers or authorities that you interviewed with or interrogated by on September 11, 2013?
I don't remember.
Do you remember?
It'd be hard for me trying to remember conversations, so I don't remember.
Do you remember what any of those law enforcement officers looked like that you spoke with on or about September 11, 2013?
No, sir.
Do you know if they were a man or a woman or men and women? Do you remember?
No, sir.
Now, in this State's Exhibit 176, you make it clear that you're trying to help out not only yourself, but Fred Prethro, or get slack or lesser punishment or not get charged. You realize that?
That's something y'all played.
And here, you are specifically telling the detective that Fred Prethro was not, was not the driver. You wanted to make sure that he's not the driver, right? That you're trying to help him too, right?
I don't remember.
But originally, are you close, or were you close with Fred Prethro?
Objection, asked and answered multiple times.
Originally, you put another human being who was not driving that car as the driver of the car to the detectives on September 11, 2013. Why did you do that?
I don't remember.
Why would you put an innocent party as the driver of that car that almost killed a police officer? All right. I think. Did you hear the description in September 2013 that Detective Quinn gave about Mr. Prothro? It's 6 foot
I
8
don't,
inch,
I don't remember.
6 foot 8 inch tall.
We playing stuff, but I don't remember.
All right, well, let's go by your knowledge.
I was long as bad. I can't remember that.
Well,
Can you speak on it? I don't remember.
let's just try. The gentleman you're referring to is Big Fred. Fred Prothro. Is he approximately 6 foot 8 inches tall from your observation?
I can't recall, sir.
Do you know whether in 2013 September he was approximately 350 pounds?
No, sir.
You don't remember?
I don't know how big the guy is, sir. I can't tell you his pound, his weight, his size.
On September 11th, 2013, when you're driving that 2004 Nissan Altima maroon or red burgundy vehicle, were you wearing any type of hair on your head?
No, sir.
And was your hair similar to the hair, of the appearance on your head that you have today? Isn't it true that you had no hair on your head on September 11, 2013?
I don't remember.
All right, Your Honor, with the court's permission and the President District Attorney's permission, if you could just continue. So, Your Honor, it would continue from 4511, if that's okay.
Check out the C-track.
176, same.
Said Big Fred when you're out. All right, we got that cleared up. That was in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I told a few bullshit lies. I ain't gonna keep shit with you. I'm keep all the way live, man. You know what I'm saying?
Big Fred.
You know, like I told the police officer, you know, everything just happened so fast that we ain't even, and none of this is even supposed to occur. Unless my manager come home for
So what about the guy with the money?
Sir?
What about this guy with the money?
The up-to-date one come on at 12:30 today.
4547. And this is all State's Exhibit.
It would be trial 40, day 46.
Sir, do you remember explaining
And I'm
that
be
you
coming
told a
on
few bullshit lies?
back on at 12:30.
Ain't gonna keep shit with you. I'm gonna keep it all the way live, man. You hear that?
I don't remember.
And you're talking about
So what's your objection? My objection is it's not responsible. I'm overruled objection.
and then did you hear you announce on the recording just played?
I ain't gonna play the whole
You know
thing.
what
I'm
I'm
on
saying? You know, I
relax
told
on
the
them.
police
Just a little
officer
start.
that everything happened so fast that none
I
of
guess
this
it's gonna be
was even
yesterday.
supposed to
It was day 45.
I still don't remember, sir.
Today gonna
And
be
you're
day
referring to the
46.
police officer that
So
was
when it
spoken
come on,
to
I will be back on
that none of
for the
us
whole
have any
trial.
idea what was said.
Yeah, I want to update. I don't know what it is.
and it's for educational
referring to,
purpose
right?
only. Shout out
Referring to the
to
conversation you
Law
had
and
with
Crime.
officer or officers, whomever, someone with the authorities on September 11, 2013, right? That's what you're referring to.
I don't remember.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. I will see y'all at 12:30. That's when the trial resumes. This not just showing people from yesterday. And at 12:30, I'm gonna show the whole trial for today. So I want to thank you, Miss Lori, for stopping by. I want to thank you, Brother Joshua, for stopping by. Miss Sister Tamika for stopping by. Whoever watching outside of this, who gonna watch the replay, I want to thank y'all for watching. Tamika said, take care, everyone, and and a blessed day. And you have a blessed day too, Miss Tamika, Miss Laura, Joshua, anybody that's watching, anybody that gonna watch the replay. I love each and every last one. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will be back on as the Lord's will at 12:30.